I'm getting into it now just so you can see. I'm only halfway down this staircase down into this area where tourists normally walk over to the riverboats back there. But this water could be easily 6 feet or higher as we get down this staircase. What we're seeing all around Memphis, though, as this flooding continues to happen in historic levels, this river is normally a half-mile wide. Look at it now. It is 3 miles wide here in Memphis, and it's not going to be going down anytime soon. We're looking at a crest today. The water expected to come up just a few more inches, but cresting tomorrow morning, and that will be the height of the floodwaters here. But it's going to take weeks for that water to disappear. So right now in Memphis, they're looking at low-lying areas, particularly on the tributaries that normally empty into the Mississippi River. Their water can't go anywhere, and that's where we're seeing some of the worst flooding in some of the neighborhoods. We're seeing entire trailer parks engulfed with water, people having to grab their belongings and move out. But fortunately, this has been a very slow-moving disaster, and authorities have been able to stay in front of this flood the entire way. Suzanne?
David, I want to bring in our own Chad Myers, who has a couple of questions for you.
You know, I know you're a professional, David, and you have a CNN ID and all that, but I'm wondering whether the authorities there are saying to stay out of that water, because let me tell you, there are sewage systems that have overflowed, there are septics that have overflowed. This water is not clean, and you know what? If people are out there playing in it, that's one thing. If you're out there in your waders, I understand, but are kids being allowed to go out and play in it? Because this is dangerous stuff.
Absolutely not. This entire area is closed off by the police. They're making sure that the public does not get in here. And let me say, after I've been in this water, in these waders get decontaminated before I take them home. We take this very seriously. There's no telling what's in this water because it floods industrial areas.
Sure.
It floods cars. You get all sorts of petroleum products, pesticides, sewage, all sorts of things that can make you sick or worse is in this water. So the public is advised to stay out of this, and police are taking that very seriously as they keep people out of these areas.
And David, I understand the levee systems in Memphis, they're still holding, but tomorrow we expect the river is going to crest at the highest level, in some 70 years or so, right, Chad?
That's right.
Do we know what's being done to protect the people who are there, who live in that area?
Here in this area, they've got an elaborate and very well built up system of levees. This is part of a massive system throughout the Mississippi River, and that system is being tested to its limit right now. Officials believe that their levees are performing just the way they're supposed to, and they're going to keep a very close eye on them in the weeks ahead, because this river is going to be around for a while, and it's going to have sort of an eroding effect as time goes on. But they have a great deal of confidence that these levees are going to keep this city high and dry.
David, one of the big things that I'm concerned about here, Chad, again, is one loose barge. Literally, that's all it takes. One barge to break loose and ram into one of those levees. The levee will be shot. Ask the people in Illinois how that can happen very fast. You don't even realize your city's getting inundated.
Right.
What are they doing to tie these barges down to make sure that this traffic, nothing's moving, that everything is double tied, if you will?
Well, that's a lesson that everyone learned back in Katrina. There was a barge that got loose and opened up one of the levees there. We're still watching barge traffic. In fact, if we can pan over this way.
No kidding.
That's very, very slowly moving upriver because of the tremendous current, but it's a very quick move going down. Barge traffic, river traffic has been shut off way to the north of here. But the big problem for these barges isn't so much navigating these floodwaters, it's that their destinations might be underwater. So all of these barges that are on the river, everybody had plenty of warning down this way and to the south to make sure that everything was secure, or at least as secure as it could be. The Coast Guard doing a great job going up and down this river, making everything as the way it should be. But again, this was a slow-moving disaster. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a flash flood, and everyone's been able to stay out in front as best they can.